those of you in this stream, if you guys have any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask. Don't be shy. Ask me anything. Ask me anything about life, what I've been through, my foods, my color, anything. I'm open. Today's an open book day. I'm not like I have anyone to spend Valentine's Day with, so here we are. Unfortunately, until someone asks questions, I can't say anything. But if you guys have any questions about me, my life, my favorite colors, my favorite food, any of that, my dating life, my family, anything about me, don't hesitate to ask. It's a Q&A. I'm more than happy to answer. Right now, I'm just kind of vibing out to the music a little bit. All I can really do at the moment. But please don't hesitate to ask questions. Remember, guys, if you have any questions at all, any at all, I'm pretty much an open book, you guys. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Don't feel shy. It's okay. I'm here. I'm here. Get to know me a bit. I hate to be this dude, but I'm gonna keep saying it until somebody asks questions. Until we get questions in chat. I'm gonna keep repeating myself. And I don't like it, personally. For those of you that are new in the chat, if you have any questions at all about me, any at all, don't be shy to ask. Like I said, I'm pretty much an open book today. So if you have any questions at all, don't be afraid to ask. It could be about my streaming stuff, it could be about my personal life. Okay, well, welcome back, welcome back. I don't know why it moved the... It could be a simple question like, what's your favorite color? I got a few hours before I gotta switch over to my gaming stuff, so if you have any questions, now is the time. Christina, all I could say is don't give up streaming. If you're passionate about your streaming stuff, don't give up on your streaming stuff. Because it is a very, if it's important to you, right? I don't recommend giving up. Okay, I know it sucks, trust me. Oh, I know. Being stuck at one viewer. Oh, trust me, do I know. Seems like it's me every time I go live on Twitch. But I know the feeling. I don't recommend giving up. I get the pain. But you also gotta remember, you gotta advertise yourself more. You gotta get yourself out there more. To my knowledge, okay, this is my knowledge, I don't think you advertise yourself. So, as far as I know, you just go live on Twitch. You don't post yourself on, like, Instagram, or TikTok, or Facebook, or any of the other platforms, you know, promoting yourself. So that's probably, if you are still wanting to stream, right, I recommend you promote yourself to other platforms. Get your name out there a little bit more. Also, collabing with other streamers as well is another big thing that you can also do. Sorry, not other big streamers, but other streamers like yourself. Collabing with other streamers. That way, you know, it gets your name out there. And you might, out of that process, get another follower. See, Snapchat's a no-go. That's a bad idea entirely when it comes to promoting yourself. TikTok, however, I don't know. I'm iffy about TikTok right now because I know that it's going away in a couple months. So I'm not sure what the algorithm is like right now. But I do know Twitter. Twitter's a good place to advertise yourself. It gets onto a lot of people. But you also gotta remember, Christina, that doesn't happen right away. It takes time. Definitely takes time. There's a few things you can do, Christina, but the main one being, you know, don't give up. You know, if you're passionate about it, don't give up. Keep fighting for it. I'm not just talking about streaming, that's everything in general. If you're passionate about it, fight for it. And I know, I still gotta add you and a couple other people into the Discord's live section properly. However, that has been a butt nugget so far, so I have had trouble with that. But eventually, you will be added into that, and hopefully you can get more views out of that process as well. Yeah, no, promote yourself more often. You know, the more you get yourself out there, the better it will be for you. Hey, when you first start promoting yourself, it doesn't usually happen right away. It usually takes a while, you know, it takes a fat minute. Shit, when I first started doing it, took me, I think, like 3 months before I got any actual people out of it. My favorite movie. Well, I have quite a few favorite movies. um, what's another one? What's a good one that I can name off here? There's a movie called movie 43. If any of you, I don't know if any of you have heard of that. That's one I grew up watching a little bit and thought it was hilarious. The Sandlot, the not just the one movie, all of the Sandlot movies. No, that's another one that I like. I loved watching it growing up. Granted, I'm not a baseball person, but it was still a good movie. Scary movie and zombie movie. Scary movie. Ooh, that's a tough one because I grew up on Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street type. So, hmm. Yeah, no, Jigsaw is pretty good. I can't say it's my favorite though. I would honestly say there's a horror movie that I watched about a couple nights ago. This is a new favorite that I recently came across. It's called The Farm. It's great. I mean, not for the faint of heart at all. But I thought it was great. I thought it was good. It had the right vibe to it. It had the right feel to it. It was great. My favorite zombie movie would probably have to be, I think it was called like Contaminant 43. I think that's what it's called. My favorite food. Now, if we're going seafood for favorite food, I would say it would be either sushi, right, or octopus. However, if we're going like typical food, I would have to say anything that has green chili in it. Okay, I'm a big green chili person. Anything that has green chili in it, pretty much. Although I don't know. It just my favorite foods depends on my mood, really. I have a lot. I'm not real picky about my foods. I'm pretty open to food, as you can tell. All right. I'm. 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 Food's not my enemy. My favorite candy. Ooh. So that's a good question. I would just have to say, Nerds. Nerds probably being one of them. Or a Heath bar. I've really grown to a Heath bar recently. Although I'm open to trying new candies. There's still some candies out there. Oh, you know, I take that back. No, there's a thing out here called a Lucas Pop, right? And basically what it is, it's a Mexican, sucker, right? But it's covered in tahim, if you know what tahim is. And it's heaven. When you're getting that nice little taste of it, and you're craving a certain type of candy. Oh, it's heaven on your tongue. But yeah, I mean, I'm open to trying new candies one of these days. There's still a lot of candies out there that I have yet to try. Yeah, scores are pretty good. I can't say they're my favorite, but you know, they're pretty good. I like to have a score like on like a nice summer day. I don't know why. I don't, but I like to have a score bar on a nice summer day. And it's not often that I get to have those because typically out here they're kind of expensive. Yeah, and it's the same with the Heath bar. Like I like to have it on a summer day as well. I can't get it all often. That's the only down part about it. Thoughts and sour Skittles. I like me some sour Skittles. I don't know. Sour stuff to me is good, but not every day. That's like a on occasion type thing with me. Like I like me sour candies and shit like that. It's like an occasion. I can't do the sour stuff every day. Not every day. This chat box is glitching out. I'm just gonna delete that. Payday. I don't see. Payday bars is the one of the few candies that I'm just not that. I can't get behind. But that's more so because of the coconut. I'm not real big on coconut. I'll eat it, you know, out of politeness and stuff like that, but by choice, Payday bars are not my friend. That's I haven't had a Babe Ruth bar in forever. I can't remember what they taste like no more. I think the last time I had a Babe Ruth bar was in middle school. And that was because it was like Valentine's Day that day, and they were giving out candy for everyone, so everyone was participating, and it's stuff like that. No, which one am I thinking as coconut? Payday? Hold on. Hold on. Payday, Payday. Am I thinking, I may be thinking of a different candy in my head. Payday. Payday bars. I'm thinking of a whole different candy. Yeah, I'm thinking, I'm thinking of Almond Joy. Almond Joy I can't get behind Almond Joy that much. Payday, I'm looking at pictures of Payday bars right now, right? And, I can't say that I think I've only had a Payday bar once in my life. Now that I'm looking at it, right? And the reason being, and this is more my artistic self, right? Is when they advertise it, I don't know if you guys can see it like that or not, right? They advertise it like that, right? And to me, that was never advertising. They advertise it with like chocolate, peanut butter, and then more peanut butter or peanuts on top of it. I like my peanuts, but I can't. That's too much peanuts for me. I can't. It's too much. And then when I bite into it, I don't like the fact that my mouth gets super dry. I just can't. And that's more of like a phobia thing, because when I was growing up, I had what was called mush mouth, and I probably still do. Basically meaning that I had a lisp. I had a lisp when I was younger, and I had trouble pronouncing my L's and a couple other letters of the alphabet. And it also affected, you know, how I spoke and a little bit of how I breathed. And legally he's my stepdad, but I consider him my dad. My dad taught me how to get over my lisp, and he worked with me on it. And eventually, over time as I grew up, my speaking abilities got better. However, as I reached my teen years, my speaking abilities often didn't make sense, because I would say a sentence and it would come out like chocolate bar right? And then people would often go like, what? I couldn't understand you. And then it would get on nerves. It was just a whole ordeal. Anyway, and that's another thing. Peanut butter, like, I just can't. Peanut butter's I've never been a big fan of it. I'll have it on occasion when I'm feeling it, but peanut butter in general, I don't know, I don't like the fact that my mouth gets dry. I can't handle it. Then I get self-conscious. Then I start to worry that I'm gonna become my older self and start speaking mush mouth again, and it just turns into this whole thing, and I start getting to the paranoid state, and I just can't do anything peanut butter related. I'll eat it out of politeness, like I said, or if, you know, I'm happy to buy it and I'm feeling it, I'll eat it. I just, by choice, for the most part, I just avoid it entirely. Also, you guys, don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid. I'm an open book pretty much right now, so don't be afraid. See that blue cheese. Here's the thing about blue cheese is I never understood why people hate it. I've heard so much hate growing up about blue cheese, but I've always liked it. Granted, I can understand the smell portion of it because it smells like a dirty sock. I get that. I can understand that portion. But when you actually eat blue cheese, I don't understand why they get so much hate. I don't. It's good. I don't get it. Yes, I was totally at Sean Combs' late night parties. Totally. Oh. You know, I can understand the texture thing. The texture thing's I can understand that. I can understand that. Yeah, you know, like I said, like it's not. I get it's not for everybody. For me personally, I like me some good cheese, well, especially some blue cheese. Like especially when it comes to pizza, I love. If you handed me blue cheese and gave me a slice of pizza, I'm putting the blue cheese on the pizza. And I feel like it's good that way. Maybe I'm just weird. I don't know. But I think it's good that way. Shoot, sometimes you'll see me just eat blue cheese by itself. I think it, like, other than the smell, I like it. The smell, however, it can get to you for sure. On pineapple pizza. Interesting. Okay, so I like pineapple pizza. Not every day, obviously, but I like it. I never, personally, I never understood, that's another thing I never understood, was the whole no pineapple on pizza thing. But given that argument, right, when I was working at Little Caesars, the number one thing everyone ordered all the time was pineapple pizza. More specifically, Hawaiian. Okay? So, it never really fully grasped my mind why people had that argument when the number one thing we sold was Hawaiian pizza. Raw onions? Yeah, I can understand. I don't know about like a full onion. I can understand like if you're cutting it up and eating, you know, a couple here and there. I personally can't do that. I admire the people who can just sit there and eat an onion like an apple. I can't do that personally. The smell, all of it just, I don't know. I just can't handle it. My stomach's just not built for that type of food. Pickle water. Like out of the jar? Like you drink it directly out of the jar? Yeah, I can't eat whole onions out of like an apple like that. I don't know, the texture. That's where the texture thing is. Like the texture for me, it's I don't know. That and the fact like my eyes start to water up, then they burn, and then it's just one thing after another. It's like a roulette table. I can't. I can't. I mean, out of the jar. Okay. So then, I don't know. See, that's where like it differs, right? So I like pickles. Not every day, obviously, but if I have pickles, I'll eat some pickles. The pickle juice, however, that's where I get a little weird with it because I don't necessarily like to drink it directly out of the jar, right? But what I do like to do is I'll pour the juices into a cup and drink it that way. I don't know why. Okay, I guess it was just how I was raised. I'm not sure. But something about it just doesn't seem right to me. I feel like I'm violating the jar or something. I'll pour the juice in a cup and drink it, no issues. It's just, I don't know. I feel like I'm like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. I'm not even sure how to explain it. No, I'm sure it's healthy for you. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure it is. However, it's just, it don't feel right. It just don't feel right. No, no, you're not wrong. Pickle juice is good. I like pickle juice. Just not directly out of the jar. I refuse to drink it directly out of the jar. I'll drink it still, you know. I'll pour it in a cup, like I said, and drink it. But I refuse to just sit there and chug it out of a jar. Some potatoes. I'm not even sure how to pickle potatoes. I'll have to look that up. I'm not even sure how to pickle anything. I've never pickled anything, so that'll be a whole new subject I'll have to learn. I'm not sure what game we'll be playing later, to be honest with you. However, I will not lie to you. If you handed me a jar of pickles, right, you'd probably sit there, right, and stare at me as I'm eating it like fucking Golem, right? I'll probably be like, I'll get my little jar, and be like, and I'll sit and eat there like that, all the time. I'll even put that back in the fridge for when I want to get back to it later on. Vinegar and some seasoning that set them for a month. Okay. Well, if that's what you guys... If you guys ever wanna, you know, see me try to pickle something on stream, please do let me know. I'll be more than happy to try it on stream. However, again, I need people to let me know, though. Ants on a log is different, okay? See, ants on a log was one of the few meals I had when I was homeless with my family that we loved. It was a very common little snack we had here and there, and I liked it. It was good. It was a great combo. And I'm not usually for peanut butter or raisins, but like with the celery and then the peanut butter on top, and then you added the raisins, it was a great mix. Oh. It was one of those combos that you can't have it without separate with each other, but like when you combine them all together, it's great. It's great. If you guys don't mind, I'm gonna change up the music a little bit because I'm getting tired of hearing the same tune. What's up, Ryan Jacobson? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Also, I know I've said this more than once now, but please don't be shy, okay, you guys? Ask any questions you want. Don't be shy. I'm pretty much in open book right now. Also, hopefully you guys are having a great day. I know today's Valentine's Day. So hopefully you guys are having a good day. Spit or swallow? Neither. It is, yeah, today's Valentine's Day. The only reason I know that is because my stupid Google Calendar reminds me. I personally don't have anyone for Valentine's Day. I've been single for quite some time now. Personally, I would like to find my significant other eventually. But with today's generation, especially my people's age, it's practically impossible. I'm a bit of an old soul when it comes to dating, and when it comes to relationships and all that. Not like slap your bitch around type person, but more so like, you know, I want somebody who's loyal, trustworthy, patient, because I'm autistic and I have disabilities, so there's gonna be frustration involved, obviously. But you know, I want someone I can lean on. I want someone I can sit there and we can cuddle sometimes and watch movies or, you know, something like that. You know, their problems become my problems and my problems become their problems. You know, 50-50 type thing. Unfortunately, 50-50 type thing is now looked badly upon nowadays. So finding my significant other is very impossible. Well, sorry, Eddie. I feel old every day. Physically and mentally. And that's more so because, you know, I'm constantly being called Unk. Shoot, yesterday I got called Gramps. I'm only 24. Well, you're loved too, Christina. You're loved too as family. All of you are. You're all loved as family. Okay. Don't ever forget it. And I mean that too, because I don't consider any of you this a community or any of that. I consider you guys family. You join my family. You're part of my family. You get treated as such. Trust me, you don't want to get in that battle. It was a 10-year-old boy, okay? You don't want to get into that. There's no need for any of that. Don't be throwing hands at no 10-year-old boys. It's not necessary. I appreciate the defense, but it's not necessary. Yeah, you know what the sad thing about trying to find my stuff together is, right? Because I've heard pretty much everything in the book. Well, there's plenty of fish out in the sea. Oh, you'll find somebody someday. You know, so on and so on and so on. I've heard pretty much everything, and I'm personally getting annoyed to how much that gets repeated towards me. Like almost everybody I meet just repeats the same stuff to me over and 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 over. And they get so freaking annoying. Well, it wasn't like he was trying to be mean or anything. He was a good kid. Even though he was only 10 years old, he was a good kid. Okay, so I don't. I prefer you don't go whoop his butt. Okay, he was a good kid. He had manners. Not many people his age do. especially for 10 years old. No, he was a good kid. Honestly, that's how I want my kid to be. I want my kid to be like him, because he was a good kid. He really was. The Q&A, Vague, if you have any questions about me, anything at all, don't be afraid to ask. It could be about my favorite color, it could be about my sex life, my dating life, about my family life, it could be about anything. Just don't be surprised when you about the answers. That's all I'm gonna say. No. If you guys are on my Twitch channel, I was actually live playing Sea of Thieves the other day, right? And that's where I met the kid. That's what I was talking about. And he was a great kid. If you guys want to go check out the live for yourself, you're more than welcome to. Alright? But he was a good kid, you know, honestly. I don't want to break his spirits or anything. He was a good kid, and I don't see that often. It made me happy a little bit. Veg, you keep it PG-13 in there, okay? You especially, Veg. You specifically. Because your questions can get really out of hand really fast. No. No, you're fine, Wade. You're fine. I forget. Maybe you guys in chat can help me out. Alright, there's a book I used to read. I love books, right? I love to read on occasion. I have a whole fucking bookshelf just books, right? When I was a kid, we had these Bernstein Bears books, right? But I forget exactly what book it was called, what the title of it was. But it had like a gold spine, right? And it had like these little bear heads on it. I miss that book so much. It was such a good book. I'm sorry, Father, like you said. I'm a young whippersnapper. Yes, you whippersnapper! Yeah, I can read. My favorite book? Ooh, I would look at what category, because there's a lot of different categories I can choose from here. What category are we going to be stuff? Are we going like, you know, romance, action, you know, horror? Because if we're going horror, I like a good Stephen King book. Or what was the author's name? Dean Koontz. Kunt? I think it's Kunt. Dean Koontz was another good one. Now if we're going like, well, actually, non-fiction. All of them. Dr. Seuss, no. There was one book I read in high school that I really liked. I cannot remember the name exactly. It was like, We Kill Robots or something like that. I don't remember exactly. But basically it was about, you know, like, this girl gets kidnapped, right? And her family's killed in the process of the kidnapping. And she's brought to this arena type thing, where she meets, like, a character named Killer Barb, right? And then you have Night Stalker and a couple other characters like that. And during the daytime, they're all friendly, get to know each other. But when nighttime hits, right, it's all out free for all. Like, go out and kill each other. And it's all live streamed to the whole world. So you have like millions and millions of people watching all this happen. It's a good book. It kind of reminds me a bit of like Hunger Games almost, but it's not Hunger Games. Oh no. Well, I'm sorry you're having nightmares, Wade. You have my condolences. I wish I could help in some way, but not physically possible, obviously. Now, books related, right? Other than that one, like I said, the Bernstein Bears books was another one. Or what was the Boxcar books? The Boxcar books was another good ones that I loved. The Goosebumps books were another one. There's so many books. Like I'm rummaging through my head trying to find all the good books I read. Well, yeah, with you specifically, Vague, you need to keep it PG-13 because you have a tendency to go off rails and things go hectic. Animorphs, yeah, that's another one. The Boxcar Children was one I just named off. I forgot about Animorphs. Animorphs was another good one. I didn't read a whole lot of the Animorph books, but it was when I did the few ones I did read were good. Yeah, no, you did, yeah. Watch, I'll even go get one of the books and show you guys one of the ones I'm reading now. No, here's the one I'm reading right now. It's a good book. You know, I'm only like page 4 right now. I'm just getting into it, but it's a good book so far. I'm liking it. I'm thinking it's a good book. See, I don't think I ever read 100 Clues, to be honest with you. I've heard about it, but when it came time, when they came out, at the time, my family was way too broke to be purchasing books like that. And then the books I did have at the time was what I was stuck with. So I got to read the books I had over and over and over again, which I didn't mind. But at the same time, you eventually do get bored of reading the same thing over and over and over. especially when you're going through some personal stuff and you're reading the same book over and over and over again. Tom Clancy's Without Remorse, Hunt for the Red October Rainbow, Rainbow Six, Clear and Present Danger. See, I don't recognize the other titles, but the one I do recognize is Hunt for Red October. Right, that's the one I do recognize, and I didn't get to finish reading the entire book because it wasn't my book that I was reading. Unfortunately, it was during a doctor's office visit, and they just happened to have the book in there. Right, but from the little portion I did read, I enjoyed it. It was a good book. They did? Oh, Tom Clancy, I can understand, right? You know, because Rainbow Six Siege and Tom Clancy's, you know, Ghost and all this other stuff, right? But I didn't know they had movies about it. It had to be like 1990 or something like that, like somewhere around that time frame. Because I didn't even know they made movies about it, and I like me some movies. Shoot, I was just watching a movie before I started the stream. Okay, I knew that, yeah, I know he helped with make the original games. I did not know that he also made the movies. I also did not know who was in the military. That was, yeah, I did not know that. Which makes sense because of Tom Clancy's Siege and Rainbow Six, and makes a lot of sense. Some of Ben Affleck and some others in it. I haven't heard of Ben Affleck in years. Whatever happened to him? Did he get like blacklisted from like Hollywood or something? Because I don't think I've seen him in any movies. Not recently, anyway. Okay. I will end up telling Scrap you said hello. He's not in trouble. He's being a good boy. I just don't want him running around as I do this Q&A. Because, as you know, he likes to do his own thing. He does things that I don't approve of. And, I just don't want him doing all that while I'm trying to do a Q&A, that's all. He's not in trouble or anything, he's in the cage. You're a good boy, Scrappy. You're a good boy. You're not in trouble, I promise. Yeah, I never owned a PS1, but I did own a PS2, and I loved playing on the PS2. Although the storage device, the way they had the storage on that console, oh, I feel like it was simpler back then. On my hairline, that's crazy. Sorry, my boy, I'm all forehead. There is a not contesting. When I first started streaming, let's see, I've gone through on Twitch precisely. I've gone through 8 accounts for a lot of different reasons, mostly because people want to be petty, right? Or toxic or whatever. But when I first started streaming, I was about 17. 17 going on 18 is when how old I was when I first started my first stream. I was 17 going on 18. I would have started younger, right? However, I at the time was really self-conscious of myself, and I didn't want my face out there. And believe it or not, I didn't actually start on Twitch. I actually started on YouTube. I had a different account, I think my name on YouTube was Milkman at the time. And I posted a couple art videos, and that was about it, and my account sat there idle for about a few years or so before I decided to pick it up again. So I mean, there was like a few art videos of mine just floating around, but that was roughly about it. There was no actual content on there, no nothing. And that was before YouTube started the whole guideline stuff and their restrictions on certain things and all this other crazy stuff they're doing. Who the heck is texting? Believe it or not, you guys, I was engaged and married at one point. I was a stepdad at one point, given the fact I'm only 24. Well, I was 22 at the time when I got engaged and all that. So, I have experience and all that. It just didn't work out. No, the reason my name was Milkman was because, and I still do this on the occasion, because I like my milk, okay? Especially chocolate milk. Oh. But the reason, right, was because I would sit there when I was streaming at the time. I made it my thing to go on stream and chug a gallon of milk on stream. Like, it wasn't the full thing, you know. Obviously, I would take a breath and, you know, go after it again and whatever. But, you know, I would go. That was my thing on stream at the time. Obviously, it's not the thing. That's not it anymore. Obviously. But yeah, that was my gimmick. That was my little gimmick I had going for my streams at the time. I thought it was a good gimmick. And then I had people going on my stuff going, "Oh, milk me, daddy," and then all the other stuff like that. So I quit. I changed my username, and I got tired of it. It got to the point where when I would go on streams and all that, they would see my username as Milkman or whatever, and the creativity of people's minds, I swear to you, is on a different level. Yeah, that's another reason why I stopped doing all that too. Like I said, it was a variety of reasons. A variety. One of them was being health issues, and then people's interactions with my name and such. And then granted, at the time I was also just starting out streaming, so eventually you're gonna get your name changed anyway. I don't remember exactly. You're definitely right about that, Sam. You're definitely right about that. I don't know exactly what the amount is for a person to die from milk. I don't know exactly. But what I do know is that I loved it, and I like my milk. I do. It's the most refreshing thing sometimes. I'm telling you. Although I'll have to probably look up the statistics to what the amount is for someone to have a heart attack or die or whatever it is you die from that milk on. You know, funny thing about that, right, is I actually had someone offer to buy me like 4 cartons of milk, right, at the time when I first started up, because they found out who I was and all that. And they're like, I love your gaming, bro. I'm gonna ship out some 4-gallon cartons of milk for you. And I was like, no, there's no need to do that. I appreciate the gesture, but there's no need to be doing all that. However, if you guys do eventually, obviously, please not milk. That's all I ask, not milk. Right, but if you guys do want to send something out to where I am, right, if you, there's a PO box address in my Discord if you guys want to go down there, and if you're in the Discord, if not, you're more than welcome to join. I'm in there almost every day talking, vibing, gaming, you know, whatever, right, and there is a PO box address in there if you guys want to send things out. Spiraling back, now that my brain's thinking now, it's working, it's working. There was one, I don't know if it was considered a TV series or a movie series, but the cartoon Transformers, right? The ones that came out in like the 1940s? 1970s? I don't remember exactly what date exactly they came out in, but I loved watching those as a kid. My dad at the time, he owned like the full set of all of them, so we were able to watch all of them all the time. Same with like Betty Boop and Popeye the Sailor, and same with all like Friday the 13th and Jason, Nightmare on Elm Street. He owned all the series. He even had like the box set for Nightmare on Elm Street, or not Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, right? He had the box set where you got like the fake machete and the 3D goggles. As a matter of fact, we still have that fake machete. Oh, I see. I got you. No, not right now, Veg. Not right now. That's not what this is for. I love you, son. I do. But that's not what this stream is for right now. We will do some gaming eventually, and I'll show them the stream eventually. But not at this current moment in time. No, if it's anything in Discord, you guys, right? I'm not doing all that right now, so I probably haven't. If you sent me text messages or anything like that, I probably haven't seen it. It's rude for me to be looking at my phone or other messages like that while I'm doing this. It's rude for me and it's rude for you guys. On here. Oh, where you say my do clicking stream / streaming screen. I did not see that. I just now seeing that. That's good, Christina. You know, yeah, do cooking stream if possible. You know, and you probably get a lot of viewers that way. To be honest with you. You know, obviously advertise that you're doing this ahead of time, right? But you know, that'd probably be good for you. What's up, Justice Man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. For those of you who are just joining the stream, this is a Q&A. So if you have any questions at all, whether it doesn't matter the subject, if you have any questions at all, don't be afraid to ask. I am just slightly depressed, but good. Slightly depressed, but good. How you doing, fool? You know, Justin, I'm single, but I'm ready to mingle. I've been talking to a few people here and there, but no matches so far, and it's been difficult. I'm a bit of an old soul. So I mean, it's irritating a little bit, yeah. I'm only 24, I get that, but I just want to settle down. That's all I want. Just looking to settle down. I'm really not asking for much. Yeah, they don't matter to me, personally. I may be still young, but they don't matter to me personally. I don't think that should matter to anyone else, really. You know, I get the whole, you know, the brain hasn't fully developed. I think they said, like, doesn't develop to, like, past 25 or whatever. I get that. I can understand that a little bit. But, like I said, like, I've wanted kids, personally, since I was a baby. I've wanted a family. I've always wanted to settle down. I mean, shit, I was married at one point. I had kids. I had kids when I was 22. I was a stepdad when I was 22. I want to settle down. I want to settle down with someone. You know, and it's difficult, to say the least. It's difficult. Mostly because, you know, everyone's first reaction goes, oh, you're 24 or you're still young. There's plenty of fish in the sea and all this other bullshit that comes along with it. And, it's irritating to me personally when people say that, just because, no, sorry, engaged. Eddie's right, engaged, not married, engaged. I was engaged, not married. But either way, I was still a stepdad, technically. And then that's another thing too. Is like Eddie is a good guy. He really is. I appreciate him really much because at the time when I was engaged with this woman, right? I'm not even gonna give her the benefit of not calling her ex-wife because that's. But this woman, Eddie was there the entire time, and I really appreciate the man. He was a good friend. He's a good friend, and he was a good friend then. And he's a good friend now. Anyway. Yeah, no, you're right, Justin. It is very hard nowadays. See, personally, I'm not one for games. I don't do games. A lot of these women nowadays, like they do games, and I'm not for that. I made a post a while back, basically saying like, if you find me annoying, tell me, okay? Don't be like, oh, you're so, I this and this. No, just tell me I'm a fucking annoying, okay? If you fuck with me, tell me you fuck with me, okay? I'm tired. I don't like these games. I don't like the fucking games. I'm autistic, okay? Alright, I have disabilities. I don't like the games. I just wish people were more straightforward. That's why I love my family so much. Granted, they're assholes about it, but they're telling the truth in the process. They're being straightforward, and I fucking love it. I guarantee you, if my dad was here next to me right now, he'd tell you, yeah, you're a bit of a fat ass. If I asked him, hey, do I look fat too? He'd be like, yeah, you look like the Pillsbury Doughboy. He would tell you straight up, and I fucking love that. You can be blunt with me all the time, Eddie. Doesn't mean I may not accept the response right away, but you can be blunt with me. It'll take time for me to process the response, obviously. But you can be blunt with me all the time. It takes me a minute to process the shit you're giving me because I I love you, but like your bluntness, it throws me off sometimes. It's not because you're being blunt, but because I'm not used to people being that way. So it throws me off sometimes, and my brain just malfunctions, and I'm just like, I don't know how to process. My brain just kind of malfunctions and short circuits. Just overall, I'm young. I get that a lot, and I get that, and believe me, I'm getting annoyed of hearing about it. Alright, I get that I'm young. No, and right, you're right about that, Just Man. That's one of the things I love about Eddie. It's because he's a man after my own heart when it comes to that. I love it. I love it. I mean, I may not like it right then in that moment, but I I love it. He's straightforward. It fucking shit. Sometimes I learn shit in the process of shit I thought I knew. Right? He'll correct me, and then I look it up later, and it's like, fuck, Eddie's right. I love it. I want that. It's one of the things I really fucking appreciate. I love it. I love it when people are straightforward with me. I really fucking do. It makes life so fucking simple. It's when people try to sugarcoat shit to me. It's when I get irritated with that people. I don't like it when people sugarcoat. I feel like you're trying to belittle me, or like you're talking down to me or something when you're trying to sugarcoat shit, and it irritates me. The only time I really accept sugarcoating is if I ask you, hey, can you sugarcoat this? But that's kind of a rare occasion, so... Yeah, no, Eddie's been there since day one, and... Well, I mean, day one for me, anyway. Love the man. Love the man. I don't express it enough, but I love the man. He's one of the few friends that I can really fuck and I can go to and have a deep conversation with. And there not be any judgment or anything like that. I can have a deep convo. He give me his honest feedback, get deep into convo, and I fucking love that. Eddie's actually one of the one friend that I have right now that knows more about me than anyone else. He knows things about me that he shouldn't. not inappropriate things, but he knows things about me that that my own ex-fiance or my own ex-wife or whatever didn't know. Things about my past that are dark. He knows a lot about me, and it scares me sometimes because I'm afraid I'm gonna say something one of these days, and he's gonna get petty. Which granted, I know he won't, but it scares me. There's a lot of things that can happen with that information. It scares me sometimes. Some, not a whole lot, but some you do know, yeah. Not a whole lot. No, Eddie's been a great friend, and I don't express it enough, but I really do appreciate the man, and if I could give him something back, I would. If I could. Obviously, because we're in different states and I'm broke, kind of impossible at the moment, but if I could, I would. I love you too, Eddie. I love you too. Remember, guys, it could be about anything. It doesn't have to be about certain things. You guys can ask about anything you guys want. Eddie, I doubt has any questions because he probably has. He knows a lot already. But it could be about anything. I promise you guys. what do I like about gaming? Why do you like gaming? Why do I like gaming? So that's a very interesting one. That's the first one, actually. No one's ever asked me that. I started getting into gaming when I was very young, right? And at the time, my first console that I started out with was the GameCube, right? The GameCube was my first ever console. And then after that was the Nintendo 64. And then it became the PS2, and you know, so on and so forth. What's up, Stephanie? Welcome in, welcome in. But I got into gaming originally because at the time, you know, YouTube, and the start of YouTube and the birth of YouTube was just starting up, right? And same with the Vine, and it was blowing up and it was being advertised a lot, and it seemed like a good thing at the time. And at the time, mentally, I was really fucked up. I was going through a lot at the time. I did a lot of horrible things to a lot of horrible people, to a lot of good people as well, at the time. And gaming at the time just seemed to be my outlet at the time. And it worked. It did. I was able to get my frustrations out, my anger. You know, I was able to do a lot of things I wasn't able to IRL. I mean, I even had therapy. And I had all kinds of special therapists and all those other stuff, and none of it really worked. And then gaming came along, and that kind of started it up. Now, as far as my favorite game goes, I've been saying this for years now, okay? There's two games I really fucking wish would come back, right? The Simpsons Road Rage and The Simpsons Hit and Run, right? The two games I really want coming back. I loved them playing as a kid on the PS2 and the Xbox, right? I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And I really wish they'd bring it back. Now, Fable, the first Fable, was also another favorite video game I love and to this day still love playing. I have it both on my Xbox and PC. It's one of my favorite games. See, Dino Crisis 1 and 2 is at the time when I was buying The Simpsons Road Rage and The Simpsons Hit and Run, right, my choices at the time, because we went to, it wasn't GameStop, it was I forget the name of the company. They're long shut down now because of COVID, right? But they were like a used game shop. They sold used games and new refurbished games and stuff like that, right? And at the time, my mom was like, "Hey, we're gonna go buy you some games for your console. Now, you get the choice here. You can either do A, The Simpsons, right? Or B, you can do Dino Crisis." And at the time, I only cared about what the title or the picture of the thing at the time looked like, right? So, like, let me give you guys an example here, right? Alright, so, like, I would look at it like this, right? I'd look at the picture, and I'd be like, doesn't look interesting to me, and I'll put it aside, right? So, obviously, I went for The Simpsons, because at the time, I was a really big fan of The Simpsons. So I went for The Simpsons, and I don't regret it at all. I really feel like they should bring that back. So I never really got to play Dino Crisis, but I also hear that it's a really good game, and hoping maybe one of these days I could try it at some point. Maybe. I'm not even sure if it's around anymore. Yeah, no, that's what people keep telling me. People keep telling me it was the best, right? And like a small part of me keeps thinking to myself, it's like, man, I should have bought Dino Crisis. Because growing up, everyone would keep telling me Dino Crisis this, Dino Crisis that, and I'm just like, I can't relate. I never played. I believe him though. I fully believe everyone. You know, I'm sure it really was a good game. Looking back on it, it looked like a good game back then. Back then, it just did not appeal. Not even a little bit. At least not back then anyway. Nowadays, looking back at it like, damn, I should have played Dino Crisis. Yeah. Yeah, I see, at the time, I like comedy. When it comes to comedy, I'm really big on that, okay? Comedy and horror are my the two and two that kind of just intertwine with each other, right? So, when it came to, like, Dino Crisis and then comedy, obviously I leaned towards comedy. Which, again, like I said, I don't regret, but I also... I also kind of regret it just a little bit. Just because I keep hearing about it, you know, everyone tells me it's a good game, and just a little bit of regret runs through me. Just a little bit. But then again, it would have gone the same way if I went Dino Crisis instead of The Simpsons. I would have had a little regret about not buying The Simpsons too. So it would have been either way, but I would be feeling regret either way. Well, I'm happy. I'm happy I made the right choice. Yeah, I think I made the right choice too. They were fun games. They really were. I don't know if any of you remember. I forget exactly what it was called, but when I owned the GameCube, right? One of the games I used to play on that was The Simpsons Wrestling. I don't know if any of you remember that. I forget exactly what it was called on like the disc, right? But I love playing as Barney. Barney was my favorite character on that. Only because the fact of his throwing up ability. When he vomited, you know, I played the cheesiest moves on that. It was hilarious. I'd make my siblings so angry sometimes. Then again, I also loved you know, cheesy moves back then too, so it was a bit of a karma is hitting me back later in the future as of today. There's a reason I don't play with Eddie and or his dad anymore against games like that only because I know how Eddie plays, and it scares me because it reminds me too much of my older self when I used to play games like that. See, I never got to try Atari. I did get to try Pong though. Pong was a good game. Pretty basic, obviously, because it's just your two blocks and then your ball, right? But it was simple. That's my point. It was fun. It was simple. It was good. It was just simple. Shoot, there was when I had an iPod, right? I had an MP3 player and iPod as a kid as well, and I downloaded on the iPod. It was a little Apple iPod, right? And I downloaded a Pong onto my Apple iPod, right? And when I go to doctor's appointments or whatever, I would sit there playing on my little iPod, you know, playing little Pong on that. It was the best. I loved it. It filled time. It was fun. It was great. Loved it. And when it comes to Atari, I can't really speak on that. I was not lucky enough to, you know, have an Atari or even be around one. I knew people who owned one at the time, but I never got to try it or anything. It was more so I got to stare. They were very protective over their Atari. I never understood why, but they were very protective over it. Shoot, I remember back when I used to have this really heavy TV. It was a all gray TV from like the early 2000s, right? And I remember back when I would go to friends' houses, I would have to carry that fucking 80-pound TV, over here like this, and my Xbox over here like this, walking down the street just like, go to my friend's house. It was, I miss those days. Obviously not carrying an 80-pound TV with me, but I miss the days when things were that simple. My mom used to yell at me all the time. She goes, "Get away from that TV! You're gonna get crushed by it!" And it was more so because as a kid, I loved sitting real close to the TV. I felt like it helped me a lot, right? And she was always paranoid that TV would just one day just kind of sort of go down and just crush me. I get her concern. But I also wasn't worried as a kid because I had it well mounted. I know that I've said this a lot. Like I said, I know I've said it a lot. But for those of you who are just entering the stream, this is a Q&A. So if you want to know anything about me, anything at all, whether it be family, past, my favorite color, favorite book, favorite movie, sex life, dating life, anything, literally anything, don't be shy to ask. It's an open book day. It's this whole stream is just getting to know me, know about me, get to know my past a bit, just get to know me in general. And I'm sure you guys can hear Scrappy in the background. I will be live later on my Twitch though, you guys. If you guys want to go tune in that, I'll be playing a variety of different games. So if you guys want to go tune in, harass me a bit, spam alerts, whatever you guys want to do in there, you're more than welcome to. Nothing, never mind. Ooh, see, that's a good one. My favorite song, okay? Well, as a kid, I never really, got into different genres. And that was more so because, when I was growing up, my mom she's really into country music, right? That's will forever be her number one genre. And when I was growing up, that was the first genre she tried introducing us to. And then my dad, or my stepdad, legally stepdad, but to me dad, he met him, right? And then he is really into rock, heavy, hardcore, heavy metal, stuff like that, right? And as a kid, I didn't really get into the whole country thing. I like country on occasion, don't get me wrong. I don't have a whole lot of songs to listen to. Yeah, that's country. But, when my dad started showing me rock, right? He started showing me bands like AC/DC and Led Zeppelin, and bands like that, and I fell in love with rock. And for years and years and years, I swore on my life, I was like, no music's better than this, no music better than this. And then about when I reached about the age of 16 to 17, right, was when I started getting into other music, so like rap and pop and blues, and all these other different genres, right? And granted, my number one genre still is rock and heavy metal and stuff like that, right? But it's no longer the only genre. I like other genres. Now, as far as say favorite song goes, if we're going to rock, right? If we're going to the genre of rock, there's a band called Suicidal Tendencies, right? And there's a song called Nobody Hears. And the reason being that's my favorite song is because I can really fucking relate to the lyrics. When I speak, I often get ignored, or I often get dismissed, or shit like that. Usually along lines of people think, oh, you're young, your opinion doesn't matter, you're still thinking about life and all this other shit, or oh, you're autistic and disabled, you're not right in the head, this and this and this and this, and that's usually the case, and that's always fucking bothered me, always. So when it came to voicing my opinions and such, it always became an issue. And that the lyrics for that song can really fucking relate. Not just for when I speak, but for just life in general. And I feel like a lot of people can relate to the song. Granted, the band themselves are much older than me, but they're a good band. I love listening to them. Now, if we're going down like country, right, and as cliche as it's gonna sound, right, and the only reason this is my favorite song from them is because this is one of the songs my mom first tried to introduce me to. It was a song called Red Solo Cup, and I know that's cliche, but that's one of them. If it went pop, I can't. Rap and pop are a different story. I don't really necessarily have a favorite for those. I like songs from them. I don't necessarily have a favorite though. Who do you work for? I work for the government. I work for the Sith. Join the dark side. So goodbye, lift you up. It's funny. I might have to take that from you. That's a good one. I may take that from you. That's almost as good as that ranking one me and you were talking about a couple days. I'm not gonna say exactly what, but a certain adult website added a ranking system, right? And me and Eddie were making jokes about it a couple days ago, and oh, is it in the song? Granted, I haven't listened to a good country song in years. Okay, especially Red Solo Cup. Red Solo Cup, I haven't listened to in years. I think the last time I listened to it was like middle school. I've mostly listened to like rock for the most part nowadays. Like, I'm looking at my Spotify playlist right now. I'm sitting currently right now as of songs right now on my rock playlist. I have currently 287 songs on there. I've gotten, I'm reverting a little bit back to my older self when I was listening to it a lot. It's a good genre. At least I think so, personally. Obviously not everyone's gonna agree with that. You know, everyone's got their own opinions and their own music taste, and that's fine. I personally think it's a good genre, though. there was another one by them that, but it's the same band. I can't remember the name, but there was another song by them that I can't remember. But I can also, I can't think of the name right now. But I love the song by them, and I relate a lot more to that song than I do with the Nobody Hears one. And that's more so because they talk, they talk a lot about some of my stuff I've went through. My favorite toy growing up. Ooh. I had quite a few favorite toys, to be honest with you. One of them being there was one Christmas day, my mom went and bought us, me and my siblings, this Hot Wheels racetrack, right? And it ended up being this bright orange racetrack with these blue little connector divider things. And you sit there and do that. And it even came with this like battery powered I'm not sure what to call it, but it basically launched the cars forward even faster, right? And the reason being it was my favorite toy is because me and my brothers, we would often launch the cars at each other like a gun. And we got it to, we even would oil up the tire thing so that it'd catch decent speed. And let's just say there was a lot of bruises left on each other. How did I get that body, huh? I eat a lot. I've been single for a long time now. So I'm not exactly, it's not like I gotta, I mean, I'm a fat ass. I got a stomach. I'm losing it slowly, ever so slowly, right? But like, I like food. Food is a comfort for me. So I eat a lot. I also suffer from a disability called I forget the technical term for it, but basically meaning I have low muscle tone, right? So for me, for example, right, I have trouble putting on or any real muscle or anything, or putting muscle or just muscle in general, right? And that's because my body can't exactly process the nutritions I eat, right? So I have to do certain things in my lifetime to get the nutritions I need. And because I suffer from low muscle tone, I'm not able to lose fat. I can gain fat easily, obviously, because I have fat, right? I got the boobs here. But losing the fat is extremely difficult. It's a challenge. It's one of the many challenges I go through life. Computer or console? That's a good question. Personally, if we're going based off comfortability, right? I prefer both of them. But I lean more towards console only because the fact that I can be a fat ass. I can lay down on like a couch or a bed, whatever. I can move my console over to one place or another. You can't. I mean, you can do that with PC, right? But the thing with the PC, right, is PCs are often large, and they don't fit everywhere. Console is very convenient. You can just put it in like a little cubby hole and you'll be fine. You won't have to worry about it overheating. All this other stuff that the PC does. Now, if we're talking about compatibility and the use of the console or PC, right? I'm leaning towards PC because obviously PC can do a lot more than console ever could. But comfortability wise, I lean more towards console. I'm not sure why, but this beat right here, this little tune that I made, reminds me just a little bit of Home Improvement. Just a little bit. Maybe it's because of their intro. It might be because of the intro they did on Home Improvement. Clothing brand. See, now this is what's gonna surprise you. I don't have a favorite clothing brand. I've had this same style since 2000, since I was born. Okay, I've never once changed my style for anybody, not even myself. I don't fuck with Gucci. I don't fuck with any of that. I think I personally think it's cheesy as fuck that you gotta change your style to fit into a different group. I've never changed styles. I've had the same style. You'll see me wearing the same clothes that I've been wearing for years. Shit, I still got some of the same shirts I was wearing when I was a kid. I still fit in some of them. There's one shirt though that I really wish I still fit in. Different kind of style, my guy. Different kind of style. It wasn't clothing style. I'm seeing new people in the stream, so I'm gonna repeat myself one more time. If you guys have any questions about me, whether it could be any topic whatsoever, don't be afraid to ask. Okay? This is I'm not putting on any. You went from toxic culture to League of Legends toxicity culture to all games. That's because you're doing some extra shit, my guy. Of course I'm gonna be toxic towards you if you're gonna be doing some extra shit like that. Don't play innocent card with me, Jekyll. You're just as toxic. Don't be playing no innocent card. I have like 40 different clips that can prove my point. Don't be going there with me. Yeah, you the man, Jekyll. You the man. I told you. You're getting your name out there. I told you. You were like, no, no, I refuse to believe, no. That's funny. Told you you're getting your name out there, my guy. You didn't even want to believe me. Get on this level. That's funny. And you're truthful. Lies. I don't think I've ever told a lie. Not at least. Not this. Not recently anyway. I don't like lying no more. I lied a lot when I was a kid and I changed myself. I've changed as a person and I don't like
like it when I lie. I hate it. I hate myself when I lie. The only time I lie nowadays is if it's necessary, right? And that's kind of a rare occasion. It's not often that happens. I'm seeing new faces in the chat as well. So if you have any questions, this is a Q&A. So if you have any questions for me about my past life, any subject at all, literally any subject, it could be anything, don't be shy to ask. Yeah, rock your socks off. Rock the socks off. They're great. I can't do the growl. I can't do the Tony the Tiger growl. Yeah, I saw that, yeah. I thought it was funny. I'm gonna have to talk to Ragtag later, because I know he had things going on today. And, it sounded like it didn't go well for him, so I'm gonna have to talk to him later today. Or tonight, technically. Oh, there's a question for Eddie. I can tell you this much though, Stephanie. I'm not a morning person. I'm definitely not a morning person. Daytime, however, it's okay. I'm mostly a nighttime person. I'm a night owl. I'm up a lot of times during the night. I'm more active at night, as a matter of fact. It just, it really, most times I'm after during the night. And a lot of my streams happen at nighttime too. I'm panic with buddy. Yeah, no, when I go out and do activities and go bowling or whatever it is I'm about to do, it's usually at nighttime. That's more so because, like I said, I've been single for a long fucking time. And I'm not really a people person, you know, IRL. I don't... people really get to me. People's stupidity. And it said a lot because I'm the autistic one here. I'm also a natural blonde. So, I find it, for me, if I'm pointing out your stupidity, there's an issue here. Because a blonde autistic man should not be pointing out your stupidity. That's not how this is supposed to work. And like, I find myself doing that more often than anything, and it irritates. It irritates so much. Chocolate raisins. So yeah, to answer your question, Stephanie, I'm mostly a night person. Mostly. Not all the time. I could be a morning person or an afternoon person, but I'm mostly a night person, a night owl, so to speak. Plus, I feel like when I'm taking someone on a date, I feel like it's more romantic at night. I feel like there's some romance happening at that time. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Like there was Fuen du Lien. Because you won't get out of my way, Jekyll. Well, tell Jekyll to stop standing in my way. I just woke up, okay? You don't be standing in my way. Let me go take my morning piss. Screw you, Jekyll! Get off my lawn! Hey, papi, sí. Muy bien. No, wait, no, hold on. Yeah, muy bien. He's making the face. That's funny. No, if I'm being 100% honest with you guys, you know, like I said, I have been I've been single for a long time now, and I understand I'm only 24. Trust me, I get it. You know, not a lot of people are willing to go for a disabled 24-year-old. I get it. But at the same time, you know, I deserve happiness too. I'm not a bad guy. At least I don't think so. But I have to get treated like it, and then it's off-putting. It can really fucking off-put. It can do a lot of things to a person. And I'm not a bad guy. Like, I'm an old-fashioned person. I just want somebody I can lean on. You know, someone I can trust. I can go to work, not have to worry about them cheating, right? I can come home, kiss them on the lips, we can sit there and cuddle, watch a movie together. Who knows, you know, go on a date, go look at the stars, you know, shit like that. Like, I'm a very old person when it comes to that. I may only be 24, but I got an old soul. I'm not sure if I want to say. This concerns me. You guys are setting a trap for me. It's an interesting trap you guys have set. Are you guys putting your card in attack mode or defense mode? Full attack for the Blue Eyes White Dragon! A fireball! Fireball! Don't let them win. That's crazy. Yeah, Eddie definitely is wild for sure. How long were we live? 2 hours? Alright, so I'm gonna live for 1 more hour, you guys, and then I'm gonna end it here and do the gaming portion. My favorite makeup, I don't do makeup, so that's kind of a lost question, my guy. Makeup, I'm not a big fan of makeup. Not a big fan. Especially glitter makeup. Glitter in general, I hate it. I hate glitter. Glitter in general. Glitter's never been a friend. Oh my god. So hard to get off. Whipping cream. What are these questions? Okay. And I mean, I don't really have a favorite whipping cream either. I mean, if we talk about, I have chapstick, kind of. I mean, but it's like I can't say it's a favorite. Just one that I use. It works. It does its job. It's about the same premise with weed with me. I can care less if it's dirt weed or not, as long as it does its job. If it does its job, we're good to go. What am I wearing? A t-shirt and sweats? Heels or boots? Well, I have boots. I have steel-toe boots. Tooth Fairy or Easter Bunny? Easter Bunny. Only because he gives away free candy. Tooth Fairy just gives away money. Money, I don't want it. I need it. Doesn't mean I want it though. For a lot of different reasons. Closeted monster or jackal? Alright, bye Stedfy. Thank you for staying tuned in. Yeah, I'm choosing Jackal on that one. And the answer to your question, Jackal, is Jackal. Jackal all the way. Okay, what's your better one? Huh? Yes, Jekyll is Jekyll. I shoot Jekyll. Eddie or Jackal? It's a very odd question to be asking me there, Ed. Look here, Eduardo. Okay, that's a very odd question to be asking me. Well, I mean, considering me and you've been friends for like 15 years now, right? I would say you, you Eddie. I don't have love handles. I don't have love handles. Stop it. I'm a fat ass, don't get me wrong, but I do not have love handles. I'm not there yet. Used to be, but not there yet. You know, I'll take it both of them and let them fight over it. Who? Yeah, no, if I'm, for, just because of YouTube guidance, if I'm making love to someone, right, I don't go gentle. I'm not a gentle. I go deep and hard. That's definitely how I roll. Okay, again, for YouTube guidelines. Split you? Well, it looks like you got a crowd for you. I don't got no one. At least not my end. But like you got a crowd over there on your end. You got people want to be next in your wood stacking competition. I don't got anyone on my end personally, but you got like I'm seeing one, two, three, four, about 4 or 5 people want to be part of it. Larry wants to be part of it. Zero Gravity wants to be part of it. Sander wants to be part of it. Wade wants to be part of it. Jackal wants to be part of it. What an intended realist. Jeez. Down the clown. He's down the clown. If I had a little nose, I would have just talked to her just then, but I don't. The bedroom eyes. Huh. That's not usually something I get told by, in a chat hall. I usually, I usually get told that after I've got done making a love. And they usually can't walk after that. Usually just, they're struggling to walk. They usually just have to stay over like 20 minutes or so. Bananas? No, I do not, unfortunately. I'm a straight man. I'm a straight man. What do you mean you've done something stupid? What have you done? Bedroom ass, that's crazy. No, Vig. No. Just no. You scare yourself at night. Kinda hard to do. I can't sing. Not worth shit. Rap? Maybe. Maybe. I think I can rap. Then again, I think I can rap. Can't speak for everyone else. People may have different opinions when it comes to that. It's the same premise as like you think you can sing, but when other people hear it, you're just like. So like I think I can rap, okay, but again, other people might have different opinions. Singing, however, is a no-go. I can't sing to save my fucking life. It is one of the non-talents that I have. Run a mile. See, I don't know, to be honest with you. Can you jump high? No, I cannot. No. Mostly because, again, I'm a fat ass, and my weight brings me down back to earth. Do I like it on earth? Not really, no. I don't really like it on earth, no. Why is the sky blue? What a question. Kind of? I kind of scare easily, kind of. It's moderate. Moderate. Not always. Not always. I mean, there's not always. It just depends what I'm doing. It just depends. Watch me. Let me show you guys a little picture here that I went a while back. Alright. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Alright, by the way, drive safe, you know, make sure don't do anything stupid, you know, drive safe, be safe and all that. You know, don't be one of those crazy drivers that be crashing for no reason. About my car insurance, and I mean, I don't even have a car. Wait, sir? I answer fake questions about a car that I don't own. Oh, you're leaving too, Jekyll? Okay, well, it's not the photo it's gonna show you guys, right? But see this man? Do you see that man? I don't think he's gonna capture right. Maybe it's because I have the screen too bright. Okay, maybe that's better. Right, if you see that man, that is my grandpa. He's dead now, obviously, but that is my grandpa. It's my mom's dad, actually. Or, I'm sorry, my mom's dad's dad. About our Lord and Savior. I prefer not to, personally. I'm not a religious person. And oftentimes when I talk about, you know, religion in general, it rubs off people the wrong way. And, I'm really not trying to get into that. For a vehicle 1975 Dodge or Charger or the current model of a Charger. Fuck no, I don't like the current models. I fucking hate the current model of the Chargers nowadays. I'm going to that 1974 model. My dream car is a Camaro. A 1964 Camaro is my dream car. Okay? And I fucking hate the new body styles they have for these newer cars nowadays. I hate it. I don't like it. I prefer the older body styles. Yeah. Okay. So here's the pic. This is again not the same photo I was looking for. Well, here, look. There's when I was a kid. I was about 12, 13, right? There, right here's my little brother. The one in the middle, that's his friend, and then there I am, right? And if you look in the corner, oh wait, in the corner right here, right? That's that big ass TV I was telling you guys about earlier. Dennis is our Messiah. What? Hail the Messiah then. Like I said, I'm not a religious person myself. Not you. I want a Stinger, old school Stinger Camaro. I want that. I want to drive it. Daily driver. I swear to God, I want the car. Fast and Furious stuff like See, I like some of the body styles they had in the movies and Fast and the Furious. I don't know about a Stingray though. Only because when I was working as a volunteer mechanic, right? We would sometimes get Camaro Stingrays in, right? And they were great cars. very reliable. Just a bitch, an absolute bitch to work on. Where is this picture? Don't tell me I accidentally deleted it. I didn't delete it, did I? I might have deleted it. Because I'm just not seeing it. Damn. I was gonna show you guys a photo of when I went to a haunted fair. Right? But that's... I can't find the photo. You know, I don't like the linear models now. It's cool to progressing, don't get me wrong, but I'm an old school guy when it comes to the cars. I prefer the older models. They were easier to work with when you're working on the car. Not to mention they were easier to replace for parts, and they look better in style. They just look better. Alright, we got 35 more minutes on here, you guys, before I switch it up to some gaming stuff. So please, if you have any more questions, don't be afraid to ask. I'm an open book right now, so if you guys want to know anything about me. Okay, fine, I got you, hold on. I got 35 minutes left, okay. Now, if you guys will have any more questions for me, please do let me know, okay? Ask them. Ask me any question you want. The wrong ASMR video. That's funny. Who is your favorite actor? Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds being my favorite actor, and Danny DeVito. I actually have a little few. I have Danny DeVito, Ryan Reynolds, Arnold Schwarzenegger when he was in the acting scene in his early acting years. There's a couple of them, but I can't remember names right now. Well, the reason I like Danny DeVito though is more so because his randomness, right? Like I feel it to a core, right? It's just his randomness. I'm the trash man. I pick up trash and I take it outside. You know, shit like that. He's great. He's one of my favorite actors. He always has been. Now, I can't name off any movies he's been in because, you know, he's just one of those actors that I just can't name off movies with. But I love him as an actor. I love him as a person. He's a good guy. At least to my knowledge, he's a good guy. And there might be information about him that I'm not aware of. But to my knowledge, he's a good guy. Matilda, yeah, Matilda's. I keep forgetting he's in Matilda. I always keep forgetting that. Junior, he was in Junior. Twins, I don't think I've seen Twins, but I've seen Junior and Matilda. Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's where I mostly remember him. It's Always Funny in Philadelphia. But again, can't remember more shit. I can place the actor. I can place him in certain scenes from certain places in certain movies. But I can never remember. Batman's a classic. Okay, but I can never remember the movies he's been in. I don't know why. I loved him when he played fucking Penguin though. I feel like he played a good Penguin. Holy fuck. Alright, we got 20 minutes. So if you guys have any more questions, please do feel free to ask. And then we'll be switching. I'll be ending the stream here, starting up a new one on my Twitch. If you guys want to go tune into my Twitch, and I'll be live playing different games. There'll be music playing, you know, some proper music, right? So if you guys want to find out what the type of music I listen to, right, I'll be playing some music on there. There'll be all kinds of cool stuff happening. Oh, man. Maybe some coffee might be in order very soon. You leaving, Justin? Justin, man. I don't know why I almost called you Justin, man. Justice, man, you leaving? If you are, you have a great day, sir. You have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Hopefully it goes well for you. And you stay safe. Don't do anything too crazy. People doing crazy things on Valentine's Day. Don't be too crazy. Hell yeah. That's great. That's good. I wish I could do the same. Fortunately, money is a big issue with that, so I can't. But it's good you get to. That's awesome. Go see family. Be safe in the process. Don't do anything too crazy, okay? Don't be no butt nuggets, okay? And if any of you still in the chat have any more questions, please do feel free to ask. Scrappy is losing his mind in the cage over there. What's up, Rick? How you doing? We got 15 minutes left, you guys. So if you have any more questions, I have a trucking simulator game. I just don't have. I haven't played it yet. That's the only thing. Plus, I need to install it again. But remember, guys, we have 15 minutes now, 14 now. But if you have any more questions, this is a Q&A. So if you have any questions about me in my past, anything at all, anything, please do feel free to ask. It's good to hear, Rick. It's good to hear you're good. It means you're safe. That means you're staying good. It means you're staying safe and good. I was thinking of doing the same thing, but I probably won't. I'll probably just go throughout the day and then sleep in the next day. You know what? I know what I'm playing. I'm gonna play some Elden Ring. I feel like Elden Ring, so I think that's what I might end up playing. And we were doing good last time we played on it too, so I'm gonna play some more Elden Ring. Along some other games, but first we're gonna start with Elden Ring. Also, if any of you are in the Discord, please do feel free to join the Discord. Like I said, there, if you guys want to send anything to my address, there is a PO box down in the Discord there, and I'm in there almost every day. You know, just gaming, talking with people, you know, different variety of things. You know, so if you guys want to go in the Discord, you're more than welcome to. I can send you a link if you need it. Just let me know. As a matter of fact, I'll be in there shortly after this stream ends, so if you want to come back in and, you know, have a deeper convo, more than welcome to. Or if you just want a game, that's fine too. We got 10 minutes left, you guys. So what we're gonna end up doing... Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys a little about what's gonna happen. Okay? And then if you guys have any more questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them in the process. But in the meantime, in the last 10 minutes, I'm gonna tell you guys what's gonna be happening, alright? So, on YouTube, I'm starting a cooking series. I probably won't be able to start it till next month, when I can get some ingredients and stuff like that, right? But I'll be starting those series next month on YouTube. It'll be exclusive to YouTube only. Secondly, is there's no time frame when this will be happening, but the Baldur's Gate series that we were doing, it'll be me and Sin still, but we'll be having new people in there. So, again, I'm not sure when this is happening. We're also doing a couple other games as well. So if you guys want to tune into that, I'll be live on Twitch and or YouTube. Not sure yet. Secondly, once the flight stuff, Trump lifts the flight stuff for the US, I will be traveling out to Scotland for the first time ever. I'll be coming out of New Mexico, and I'll be going to Scotland. A family member of the Coulter family is paying for the trip himself, right? I'll be staying with him, and I'll only be there for 2 weeks. So if you guys want to catch the stream, I'll be live on Twitch for that stream. Another thing is, if you guys ever have any suggestions, don't be afraid to, you let me know. Okay, don't be like, hey, yo, you doing this too much or doing that too much. If you have feedback, don't hesitate to let me know. The more feedback, the better. That means I can improve myself as a YouTuber for YouTube's guidelines and for you guys. Another thing is, I will probably... I don't know if I'm debating it or not. It's up to you guys. I'll probably start another series called the Sleep Stream series. Exactly what it sounds like. I'll just be sleeping in bed, having life, doing life, and a camera on me all the times. And again, that'll be Twitch exclusive. So if you guys want to go see that, go check out my Twitch. I do have a wish list on Amazon wishlist too. So if you guys ever want to try that out, go check out what's on the wish list. Now keep in mind, if you guys do buy anything off that wish list and send it over, that I'm gonna if it's a costume or a hat, I have to wear it. It's a requirement. I have to wear it. But again, that's if you buy it from the list. Okay, from the list. Because I've already had people try to buy me certain things off the list, and I'm not having that. This upcoming Friday, today is... Sorry, not this Friday, but the next Friday. An unboxing video. I would love to do one. But again, I need people to be sending me stuff in order for it to happen. So, if you guys want me to happen, buy me things or send boxes, something. Send me things. I can't do an unboxing without the unboxes. But this next upcoming Friday, I will be trying to go live here on YouTube with my family. Okay, be like a nice little wholesome family stream. I'm gonna go visit my parents. I'm gonna see if they want to be part of the video. If not, it'll probably just be me. But I know my little brother might want to be part of it. So, I'll be live here on YouTube if you guys want to tune into that. And we talk about different things, you know, all kinds of cool stuff. You know, playing on the yard, all kinds of wholesome stuff. As far as I know, that's all the announcements I have. Oh, you know, that's a lie. One more. I will be posting new shorts here on YouTube, right? But they won't be my shorts, okay? So I'm helping some members of the Culture family get better advertised and better out there, you know, get their clips and such out there, because a lot of them is explained to me, he's like, hey, my clips aren't getting a lot of views, you know, so on and so forth. So I'll be posting some of their clips here on my YouTube. So go check them out. Go subscribe to YouTube or their Twitch, whatever links they got in there. Go check them out. Go subscribe, whatever they gotta do. Jake, you concern me with your questions there. Whatever it is you're talking about, you can talk to me about it in the Discord when I end this stream and go on there. Alright, we got about 4 minutes left, you guys. So this will be the last minute. If you guys have any more questions for me, you want to know any more about me, about my past, anything at all, now would be the time to ask. We have 4 minutes left before I have to end stream. Alright, we got about 3 minutes left, so again, if you have any more questions, be free to ask, okay? Don't be shy, none of that. Got 2 minutes left now. But if no questions are asked, okay, that is fine. Just know I love you all, okay? I appreciate you all being subscribed. Appreciate you all being here. Appreciate you all being around. It means a lot. Really, I'm really not expressing it all that much right now. It's more so because I'm really holding a piss right now. But I really do appreciate you all. I really do love you all. What, the clips? You talk about the... Yeah, you talk about the clips from all their other channels? Okay. Alright, we got 1 more minute left. 1 more minute. So, last minute for questions, okay? If any of you got any other questions before I click end stream, let me know now. I know there's a bit of delay in stream, so I'll give it a minute. I know there's a delay. Well, thank you, Eddie. Like I said, before I end stream, if any of you want to join me in the Discord, you're more than welcome to. You know, message me here on YouTube or tag me in a comment section or something and be like, yo, send me a link. I'll be more than happy to send you a link. But with that being said, we are going to end it right here. I appreciate all of you who've come in. I love you guys so much, and I catch you guys next time. Bye, everyone.